Changeling. This is a story which will be mainly focused on Beast Boy, so any Robin, Cyborg or Starfire fans don't be angry, and of course if you have any ideas or something about them that you would like to see in the story, I would be more than happy to write it. The main pairing will be Beast Boy and Raven. There will some content that resemble those of other fanfiction, it's just that I am using bit of their ideas. I don't own Teen Titans. So on with the story. Chapter 1. Location, Steel City, time, 12:48 am. This story starts like many others of its kind, where the silence of the night is worse than the screams that will follow. Unlike your everyday seaport, this one was a tad bit different, mainly that the whole port was just a cover-up for its a real purpose, that was smuggling of illegal goods, weapons, drugs, gold, and more. Inside the warehouse, two small groups stood, facing each other. So Danny, what is this new toy you've been bragging about? Depends if you brought the greens for it, Danny answered casually. He needed to see the money up front or it was a no-go. Do you, Joe, do you? Joe motioned for a guy from the back, who walked up to them with a bag and showed its contents to everyone in the room. Now, stop goofing around and show us the goods, Danny motioned for one of his men to the back of the van. Said man went and pulled down the curtain to show a child no older than 13 or 14 in a crunched positions with a mechanical collar, but what caught their attention was his dark green skin. What do you think, Joe? Ain't he a beauty? Their clients just raised an eyebrow. What's so special about him? Danny smirked. This is a shapeshifter. He can turn into any animal or bird or fish, anything. Feeling they still have not brought by what he said, Danny turned to the kid. Turn into a lion, getting no response. Are you sure he can change? Joe questioned. Yes, he can. Taking a remote out of his pocket, he pressed a button. Electricity coursed through the kid's body. Ah, he screamed in pain before transforming into a lion. Joe was a bit speechless. Okay, so the kid can transform, but so what? Joe asked. Danny explained, if you give him the order, he can turn into a fly, get inside any secure place, find the target and tear him up as a lion and just as easily get out. Now it was Joe who smirked. Well, now that makes our jobs a lot easier. What these men failed to realize was a mic that was on top of the ceiling listening to what they were saying. 100 grand for the kid, sorry but it's gonna cost you more. How much? What? This is the final price. Both the men were deciding the price. Garfield Pav. Doesn't matter who gets me in the end, I die. Don't say that you might be able to escape from them. Doesn't matter, even if I do, I will still be treated like an animal. You could join a superhero team, they will accept you. My parents are dead, my uncle put me in a cage, my adoptive parents left me, my body is green, everyone sees me as a freak. Do I still need to continue? He heard nothing from his own annoying thoughts. Fine, so we came to an agreement? Joe asked. Yes, I can do that number, Danny confirmed. So this is it, I am being sold off to that guy. Something inside him became alert. He felt as if something bad was about to happen. The lights were going on and off and then they went off. For one long pause he kept hearing sounds. He knew what that sound was. It was that of a sword going through flesh. This continued for what felt like hours, but it was just 30 seconds and the lights came on. Garfield was terrified. There were like 15, maybe 20 men on the floor in a pool of their blood, and one man stood in their place. The man in question simply turned and took the bag of money and walked away. Wait. He didn't know what got into him to ask a man he was sure would kill him if he got him mad. Can you break me out of this box and chains? The man walked towards him. I didn't see your bag there. Sorry, can't have any witnesses. The man brought his sword down through the gap in the cage faster than a person could blink, only to find he had stabbed thin air, and in place of a kid he found a green mouse. So what they said was true after all. Let's see if can be any use to me. So what do you want in this life, kid? Garfield wasn't expecting that question at all, but another voice in his head told him to answer carefully, and after thinking about his answer, I don't know, but I mainly want to live. The man smiled under his mask. Moldable. This night, this fated event had set in motion, something greater than anyone could even realize, and dragged the world to war and hell. That was the end of the first chapter. Gar is very young in this, about 13 actually, and yes, he is gonna be trained by Slade. He is gonna be in a relationship with Raven. There will be blood and even a bit of gore in this. Also, in the power of Garfield, the other person he is talking to is his optimistic side that was telling him everything was going to be okay. For those reading this, they can give their ideas to me and I will put it in the future chapter. In a way, see your own story appear in this. Do something you naturally won't do and review.